Good afternoon, everybody. It's now 3 o'clock, so thank you for coming. Today is our neighborhood meeting for our new Public Works building. So we're here to give you an introduction to where the building will be located and tell you a little bit about the building. And this is part of our requirement. Our code requires, for instance, buildings over 2,001 square feet have to go through a major site plan review process. And as part of that, meeting with the community is a requirement. So whether it's our construction or private construction, it will go through this process. So, Andrew, can you please bring up Google and show a little bit about where the project will be located? And while he zooms in there, I'll let the table introduce themselves.
Hello, I'm Megan Wetfer. I am the Public Works Director.
Chuck Barrett. I'm with the architecture firm Soffarelli Associates.
And I'm Michael Biebel with Soffarelli Architects as well.
Back to you, Marcy.
Okay, so as you guys have probably been hearing a lot about the new Public Works building, it is going back where the previous building was located, which was demolished, I believe, in 2013. So it will be going back in that approximate location. The goal with the site is to, obviously with the way it's been utilized, it will be more flood resilient and no less compliant than it is today as far as site coverage with the ISR and hardscape like that. So Andrew, if you want to go ahead and show the first page of the building. So we brought some concept plans in here. We also had some handouts. Did you guys get a chance to grab those? Okay, so Megan will get those for you. The building is going to be designed as a bit of a hybrid. So you're going to have the occupied space will be dry flood proofed. So it will be a more robust foundation design and wall design designed to withstand the hydrodynamic and hydrostatic forces the building will experience during a flood situation. It will be protected with flood panels for the dry flood proof portion. Where the bays are will be designed to be flood proofed. The assets will be removed from the island during the evacuation or during the storm event. And the plan right now is to actually raise the doors, depending on the weather event that we're expecting. If it's were to be another Helene-style event, we would simply raise the bay doors because all the assets would be removed from that area and the water would be able to come in, go out. The area would be able to be hosed down and be put back into use as soon as possible. We'll have some landscaping. So that'll be designed to meet or exceed any requirements we have for the building. And maybe do you mind telling a little bit about the operations that will occur there?
So currently, right now, we operate every department out of that yard except for sanitation, and it will stay the same. So sanitation trucks will not be stored on the property. They will still continue to be stored at 5094th Street, which is a property that we lease off the island. The only difference from the operation that currently occurs is that our mechanic will then move on to the island. So our mechanic operates and does all of the work off the island now, which often comes as a little bit of a struggle to try to get things repaired or over if they're broken. So currently, or with the new building, as you see, we'll have 4 different bays. 3 of those bays will fit the regular equipment that we have, and 1 of those will be designed for the fire trucks and the garbage trucks. Right now, currently, we operate the street maintenance, the stormwater maintenance, the park maintenance, all of that is done out of this Public Works yard. So if you all have seen or been anywhere close to it currently, the operations will be merely the same.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
This first time. Hi, John Lipa, 399 150th Avenue, president of Madeira Cove Condominiums. I had a bunch of questions, but I sent them in early, and the responses came back, and they're very satisfactory. As you can see, the last time we had a meeting about this, we had 35 people behind me. I'm just here to tell you we're all happy. We wish you good luck, and if you want me to read the questions, I'll do it, but it's up to you.
We can add them actually to the meeting minutes. I think that would be a good idea. So we'll go ahead and memorialize them in that capacity.
Okay.
And you
thank
just made Megan's day, so thank you for saying that.
Thank you.
I know, obviously, with the commissioner and the mayor, city manager sitting in the, is there anything we didn't mention that you think you'd like the public to know as part of this exercise that we're doing? We will include, the meeting minutes will go into the planning commission, right? We'll have to memorialize those with the planning commission meeting? Yeah. So this meeting will travel along with that. So if you guys had anything that you'd like us to add or expand on. So great question. So basically, after we have this meeting, speak with you guys, address any questions or concerns, it will now be presented to the Planning Commission, and it is slated to go to the Planning Commission next Monday evening. At that point in time, they'll be voting on the project. And what they're voting on is they're basically reviewing the requirements for the submittal and making sure that we've received everything that's required at this stage in the submittal. They're not necessarily voting that they love aqua blue and it has to be aqua blue or anything like that. It's just that we have followed our procedures outlined in our code to get the footprint of the building, the elevations, the traffic circulation, dumpster locations, that kind of stuff. So that's really what they'll be reviewing and making sure we captured in this plan set. Once they approve it, then basically Megan's ready to go ahead and submit for construction plans and move to the permitting process and then to her construction bidding process. Do you want to talk a little bit about timeline on that maybe?
So we foresee a few weeks in permitting, and then once we are through permitting, we'll put the project out to bid. It will be out to bid for about 45 days. And then once the bid opening, we will then take it to a Board of Commissioner workshop for discussion, and then the following meeting for approval, and then execute the contract. So from the time that we place the project out to bid is usually 3 to 4 months before we actually have an executed contract.
With that, seeing no additional questions from the public, then what we will do is we'll go ahead and close the neighborhood meeting. Again, we'll memorialize the conversations as well as the email, and that will all travel. We'll make sure that we get that to the commission. Thank you very much for coming, by the way.